All right, look at that. This might turn out to be a fantastic box. What's up, YouTube? Georgia Silver Hunter back, and in today's episode, we will be hunting two $500 boxes of half dollars, and I'm really excited about getting into these because this box, I actually always check the enders. This box has a 40% silver ender, so we're going to hunt it last. I don't know what's in this one. I didn't see anything special on this one, and it was also the first time in a good long while I didn't see any 2021 or 2022 enders. So with that, I'm excited to get into these two boxes. As you can see, and you can tell because I already know there's a silver ender. They've already been opened at the bank, and I cannot wait to get into them. So let's get to it. All right, well, we're going to do what we always do, and that's open 10 rolls on camera in case we get lucky and find silver early. And we're going to just edge hunt these rolls, and we'll also look for the shiny ones to see if we have any NIFCs. But what we're doing here is we're looking for those really silvery edges that I'll point out if and when we find one, which we know we'll find in box number 2. We're looking for our 40% silver being 1965 to 1970. And we are looking for anything 1964 and earlier because that is going to be 90% silver. Outside of that, we're looking for our NIFC coins, which stands for not intended for circulation, which would be 1970, 1987, and 2000 to 2020. We also have a handful of varieties and errors that we look for, and I have a document in the description down below that outlines all of those coins. And you can have a look at those yourself, and we'll cover them in detail if we happen to find one. And I did just pull out an NIFC because it was a shiny edge, which means it's relatively new and lightly circulated. And we have ourselves a 2006 Denver, not intended for circulation. That was in roll number 4. Now, a lot of people ask me the value of NIFCs, and to me, because I've completed multiple books, they don't carry a lot of value. That said, if you complete an entire book or a set of books from 2002 to 2020, you might be able to sell them for $30 to about $50. And here we go with another NIFC. We've got a 2018, and I believe that was I think that's a Denver as well. So 2 NIFCs in the first 5 rolls. But obviously, if you've just got a handful of them and you're trying to sell them on eBay, you're not going to get much more than face value, or at least after you pay for all of the shipping and envelopes and all the other stuff you're going to have to do, the eBay fees, the transaction fees. I just found it's really difficult for the average person to make money on NIFCs. But as a collector, they're all very low mintage. It's definitely worth grabbing, creating your collection, creating a roll of each one, whatever makes you happy if you're a collector. All right, so nothing in that roll. This is roll number 8. No silver yet. All right, nothing there. Here is roll number 9. We've got maybe some shinies in there, but I'm going to go ahead and go past them. If I've got some additional NIFCs, I may bring you in for it. And here's roll number 10. We really want to find some of that silver. We got something super shiny in there. We will look at that. We've got ourselves a 2015 Denver. So another NIFC. All right, so first 10 rolls, 3 definite NIFCs. There may be some other ones in there, and I'll bring them in, or I'll show you at a break how many we find. Outside of that, I'll continue to go through these rolls, and if we find some silver, if we find some errors, we'll definitely bring you in and talk all about it. So we're ripping in here to roll number 17, and I actually got it out of the wrap, and I didn't see it till I got it open, but look at that ender. I just did not see it, but look how thick and shiny that is. And of course, when I looked at it, you can see we've got that proof finish on it. It's that mirror-like finish. Now, it is circulated. You can see the fingerprints on it. You can see the wear on it. But we've got ourselves a 1979, I'll zoom in on that S for you, San Francisco clad proof. And you can tell it's clad because you can see that orangey coppery line on the edge. They didn't make silver proofs in the 70s, I don't think, but if they did, although 1970, I think they had a mint set, but the proof sets I think were all clad, and if it was silver, then you would not see this clad layer. It would be all that solid silvery color, and it would weigh a little bit more, I think. So anyway, proof for the board. So we're all the way up here on roll number 41, and this box has been relatively uneventful. Now, that's not to say we haven't found a couple of things. I did pull this really, really nice mint state. This is probably like a mint state 63 or 64, maybe even higher. 1971D. I did check it for the DDO, and unfortunately it didn't have it, but I'm going to see if it upgrades my books because it's just an absolutely gorgeous coin. And so far, we do have 5 NIFCs. I think I only brought you in for maybe the first 2 or 3 we found in those first 10 rolls, but we've got a 2006, a 12, a 13, a 15, and an 18 at this point. And as I said, we just got into roll 41, and I laid it out. Look what popped out. I really didn't see the thick edge. I probably should have, but I think I know we're on another San Francisco proof. And I know it's going to be clad because it has that edge. And we have ourselves another 1979 San Francisco clad proof. So that's 2 79 San Franciscos on the board for this hunt. So we're getting through rolls 41 through 45, and I'm cleaning up roll 44, checking for errors and varieties, and this coin caught my attention because this came up on my live stream the other night about the 1972D no FG and its value, and someone in the stream asked me, what if I can see a little bit of the F and G? Is it still a no FG? And the answer is no, it is not. And for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, all half dollars have, or all Kennedy half dollars have a little FG down here in the crook of the leg, I guess on the right side as you're looking at it in the tail. You can see it here. I think those are the initials of the engraver or the designer of the coin. I think it's the designer of the coin. A no FG means it's missing, right? The dies were polished so aggressively that the FG is just completely gone. And with the camera, you can kind of see the FG if I move it in the right light. You can see just a little bit of it, but I want to show you how dangerous this coin is because if you put it under magnification in a scope, in the right light, there is absolutely no FG there at all. So your first instinct might be to say this is a no FG, and it looks very much like it because you've got a very polished surface. You don't have lots of details, and the 72D no FG does present this way. But all I have to do is just turn it a little bit in the light, and you can see that FG is still there. So perhaps the dies that were using this eventually, they were polished enough that that FG completely disappeared, but not on this coin. So I think if you were to send this in to PCGS, this would come back as just a standard half dollar. So if this is a coin you're looking for, just be careful of that. And sometimes you can be a little too close to the coin. So sometimes it helps to just back out and look at it under a lighter magnification because right there you can clearly see there is still a G. So I just wanted to point that out because it came up on the live stream, and this is one of the coins that we're always looking for. And I will say, in the condition this is in, with the finish it's in, this would have been a pretty high dollar 1972D no FG had that's what it turned out to be. So we are getting through our last 5 rolls. We're actually up here on roll number 48. And I know I brought you in for a little education on the 1972D no FG. And I think I actually have one this time. This came, like I said, out of roll number 48. You can see here we've got our 1972D. And under this magnification, we can see just a little hint of the upper little stem of the G. But you can't make out the whole G, and you can't really make out an F. And I did want to put it here under the scope so we could look at it there as well. When we get in there, you'll see that just, oh, there it is. That looks actually pretty clean. And I'm just going to try to catch the light differently here. Actually, let's do it this way. So I'm just kind of shining some light on it here to see if we can make out an F or a G. So I'm going to go on record as saying I believe this one would qualify as a no FG. I would love to hear from you in the comments down below if you disagree. And like I said, right here you can make out just the tip of the G, but not an actual letter. So I went ahead and pulled up a 1972D no FG picture on PCGS, and just to show you, even on there, this is a MS, I think, like 65. You'll see, we can see just the little tip of the G, but you can't make out the whole letter and you can't make out the F. So I think I have enough evidence here to say this is the 1972D no FG. And let's take a look at it to see what the value could look like. But this is the 1972D no FG. And down here, as low as XF40, they're saying it's a $300 coin. If we can get up to the sort of AU50, it's $350. And just to show you what PCGS has graded a previous XF40 at, this is their coin. And I think mine looks at least this good. I don't know about you guys. Let me know in the comments down below, but I don't think this coin looks any better than mine. So I would guess at least an XF40, if not higher. So graded, I could be looking at a $250 to $350 coin. So we are done with box number 1, and I'm just going to go through these really quickly. We did find 2 proofs, 2 1979 S's. We had a really beautiful 1971. I still haven't checked it against my books, but it'll probably be an upgrade. And we did find all those NIFCs that I showed you just a little bit ago, but I think the crowning jewel of this box, if I'm not wrong, is going to be this 1972D no FG. And again, if you have some opinions on this, please let me know in the comments down below. I think I have a pretty nice coin here, but I'd love to hear from you. So let's get into box number 2, which I know we've got some silver. Well, I apologize. Before we get to box number 2, I was actually putting these coins aside, and I was reminded that the 79S has a Type 1 and a Type 2. And as you can see from Redbook, now granted this is proof 65, which my coins are not going to be that because they're circulated. The Type 1 is only a $3 coin at proof 65, but the Type 2 is $25. So it made me wonder what was the difference between the Type 1 and Type 2. So I've got PCGS pulled up over here, and let me zoom in on that a little bit. You can see here that we have a sort of closed S, if you will, or a filled in S that is the Type 1, and we have a very defined strike, if you will, with serifs on the S here in the Type 2. So very interestingly, I put these 2 proofs under my scope, and as you can see here, we have a Type 2 1979 San Francisco proof. And I'll show you the other one right here just for comparison. So that is going to be the Type 1. So again, if this were in better shape, this could be a pretty reasonably priced coin, but in this condition, probably not worth a whole lot. So here we are with box number 2, and as I said in the opening, I do have a 90% silver somewhere down here on the bottom rack because I always just kind of take all of them out and just look to see if I have any enders. And hiding down here in the bottom rack, I actually had a 1968 Denver 40% silver. So we know we're going to get at least 1 silver out of this box. Let's hope we get more. So like box number 1, let's go ahead and open a handful of rolls on camera together. Let me zoom out a little bit so we have space here. Let's get to it. Roll number 1. All right, look at that. This might turn out to be a fantastic box. That is going to be something newer, maybe even a proof, just looking at that edge. Hopefully that's showing through on the camera okay, but that is super thick, super fine reading. That's not going to be old. Let's see, is there anything else in there? No, just that one, but man, that is blinging. Look at that. That is insane. Oh, wow. We have a Benji proof. Look at this. No mint mark on it, so it's Philadelphia. And I guess for it to be a proof, it'd have to be Philadelphia. We've got ourselves a 1961 90% proof Benji in roll number 1. And we have silver in the bottom rack. This box has got me super excited. just checking to see if I have any more 40% in there. Let's get that out of the way. I'm excited to get through the next 9 rolls here on camera, and I may, if this continues, open every roll of this box on camera, but we'll see. Let's see how it goes. Okay, nothing there. We'll definitely do the first 10. Any silver there? This is going to be awful if we have a proof Benji and just that 40% ender in this whole box, and that has happened before. I've opened a box that had 1 or 2 40% silver enders, and they ended up being the only silver in the box. So that does happen from time to time. But usually when you have silver on the ends, you have silver on the inside somewhere else in the box. So here's roll number 5. I'm not seeing anything. Let's check. It's a 1980 and a 2000. They were just shiny. Wanted to check them out. All right, here's roll number 6. More shininess in here. It's a really nice 1993. Here is roll number 7. No silver there. Roll number 8. A lot of shiny stuff in there. Let me just check a couple. A nice 78. There's a 2006 NIFC. Another nice 1978. I'll just show you that up real close. We've got the Ring of Death on this guy. So nothing too special there. Let me get that out of the way so I don't accidentally throw it back. This is roll number 9. Oh, look at that. We got another one. That's going to be another proof. That's got to be another proof, no? And it looks like we've also got silver right here. So we've got a double in this guy. Hopefully you guys can see that on camera. One down here, one up here. Let's do the super sparkly one first. We've got ourselves a 1963. We got a mint mark on it. It is a Denver mint mark. I don't know if that one, well, it can't be a proof, but it's really, really blinging. It is a blinging Benji if I've ever seen one before. And the bell lines on it are just gorgeous. Well, under the scope, they're not great. To the naked eye, they look pretty good. So that's 2 Benjis and 10 rolls. And we've got one more to look at here. We've got a 1968 Denver. So that's 3 silvers and 9 rolls. Let's look at roll number 10 and see if we can carry on this luck. And there is nothing. So, tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through these looking for those errors and varieties because as you saw in the last box, they do crop up from time to time. And if they're in the right condition, they can be worth quite a bit of money. But I'm going to go ahead and film like 10 rolls at a time. And if we find anything, I will show them to you. If we don't, I'll either cut them or we'll fast forward and do a little bit of music. But I'm excited about this box because we know we have at least one more silver in there. So we're going to go ahead and get into rolls number 11 through 20, and hopefully we come across some more silver. And as I said, if we find nothing, at the very least, we'll fast forward and listen to a little bit of music together. Well, that's not nothing. We got a 2012 NIFC. And is that some silver? No, it's just a 1973 clad. There might be some other NIFCs in there, but that's not what we're looking for at this stage. We really want to find more silver. Roll number 15. And in roll number 15, we are going to have some silver right there. About 6 from the end. It does look like it's going to be some 40%. And it is another 1968 Denver for the stash. 2 on the hunt. 15 roll, well, 2 1968s on the hunt. 15 rolls in with those 2 Benjis. Let's see what else we have coming. Roll number 17. Oh, look at that. We got more. This is going to be 90% right here. Just like that. More 90%. Let's see. Do we have anything else hiding? I don't think so. Let's see what we got. Oh, that might be like a proof. 1969, because look at that edge. But it could just be one that didn't have that sort of clad layer, not clad layer, but nickel layer with it. But we've got ourselves a 1969. It is a Denver as we normally expect, but that's more 40% on the hunt. Let's see here. Let's keep going. Here is roll number 20. Okay, nothing there, but that's okay. I'll bring you back in if we find something in here or when we get to open the next 10. All right, so we're getting into rolls 21 through 30. Into roll 24. All right, we're going to have more silver, and it looks like 90% here in roll number 24. That looks like it might be a little bit older, so actually we're going to have another double. Look at that. We're going to have one here and one here. One 40%er it looks like, and one 90%er. Let's check this back one out. We've got ourselves a 1967. Hopefully that's showing up okay. My thumb's not in the way. Now we got a 67, 2 68s, and a 69. Let's check out this 90. We have ourselves another Benjamin Franklin, and we have a mint mark. Let me check it out. It's another Denver. We've got a 1963. Thought that was going to be a 5. It was funny looking. We had ourselves a 1963 Denver Benjamin Franklin. So that's 3 90%ers on the box. Let's see. We got another shiny in here. Let's see. That's just a 78. All right. That is awesome. I love finding 90% silver, especially Benjamin Franklin silver, or Benjis as we like to call them. Roll number 28. Look at that. We got a bunch more silver in here. Well, 2 it looks like. Looks like we're going to have another 90 and another 40 right here. And roll number, what did I say, 28. Let's check this one first. So no mint mark on the back. So definitely, well, I won't say definitely. We got a 1968 Denver. I was going to say definitely a 40. But if you have a Denver mint mark on the back, you know it's a 90% 1964. But just because there's no mint mark on the back doesn't mean it's definitely 40%. It could be a Philadelphia 1964. There's 3 of those, and we got one more here. This is going to be a 1964, just judging by the edge, and I'll be shocked if it's not. I am shocked because it is not. Look at that edge. There is no clad-looking layer like we normally have, but we've got ourselves a 1969 Denver. Beautiful coin. All right, so that's 5 40s on the box, mixed in with a 2021. And there's something else nice up here. Let's see. We've got a 2018 NIFC. So that's 3 of those on the box. So let's get into rolls number 31 through 40 together. And hopefully the silver just keeps on coming. It's been a great box so far. And we've got silver. And roll number 31 right here. Looks like we're going to have some 40%. Oh, we got two. We got two. I love it when we have doubles. Let's check it out. We've got another 1969 right there. There's three on the box, and we got something else right here. Obviously silver. We've got ourselves a 1965. First one of those on the box. Hopefully that's focusing okay. It's really not. There we go. Sorry about that if some of that wasn't in the best of focus, but I'll take two silvers in a roll all day long. And roll number 35. Now remember, on roll number 40, we're going to have a 40% ender. And for fun, we're going to weigh that thing just to see how much it weighs. See if we can guess how many silvers might be in there, or if there are other silvers in there. Well, look at that. That did not read silver at all. But it's a 1968. Look at that. It actually looks like it's got a clad layer on it. That's strange looking, but it is a 1968 Denver. Hopefully that's focusing all right. 1960, that just looks really strange. I thought it looked funny when I opened it. It looked really shiny, but I am shocked by that. It sounds silver. Let's weigh that real quick. Yeah, we're at 11.5 grams. Hopefully that's coming through. So it is definitely a 40% silver. It just looked like it had a clad layer, so kind of threw me for a loop there. I've not seen silver that had that kind of edge on it. All right. So getting in now to roll. Looks like we had a stickered coin too. That just jumped out at me. It's pretty worn through. And it looks like it's an NIFC. I can't get the year off of it. We'll try to do that when I go through them for varieties and errors, but probably an NIFC. Here is our 40% ender, 1968D. Let's see here. Let's move a little bit of this to the side. Didn't plan that out well. Hopefully you can see it. If not, I'll read it off to you. Anyway, we'll put that on the scale. We've got ourselves, that is 225.4 grams. So if you were ever curious, can I have 40% silver in a roll that weighs less than 225.9 or 225.6? The answer is yes, you can, because that is 225.4. And not only can you have it with one, you can have it with two. Look at that. We've got a double on a 225.4 roll. There's our 1968 Denver. That's the first one. That's the ender. And we've got another guy hiding in there. Another beautiful coin. A 1966. So I think we have them all now. We've got a 65, 67, 68, and 69. This box has been fantastic. I know I'm making a mess up here. All right, that was roll number 40. Let me get these cleaned up, and we're going to get into the next 10 rolls here in just a second. All right, while I was getting through roll, I think it was actually the last roll that I showed you with all that silver in it. We have a stickered coin, and it says Big Flip on it. It's obviously a YouTube channel. We'll have to check that out. It's silver. I think it says silver something gold flipper. Silver and gold. That's what it says. Silver and gold flipper is what it says. So we'll hang on to this just to call it a miscellaneous for the hunt, which is pretty cool. And this one I'll show you again. Let me see if I can get a date off of that. It is a... looks like it's a 2012, and it said Bombardment of Fort Sumter on it. April, maybe that's 12th and 13th. 1861, if I'm reading that right. But you can see a lot of that sticker is gone. So we'll put that on the board. It is an NIFC and a miscellaneous because it is stickered. All right, well, let's get into these last 10 rolls together, and I'm running out of space up here on my board, so we may just do 5 this time, but we'll see. We'll see how we manage with the coins and how much we find here, but this has been an outstanding box. Way more silver than you typically can find. Even a good box these days may only have 1, 2, maybe 3 coins, and to find 3 90s and all this 40% is something special and quite rare, honestly. There's a 2012 NIFC. I think we've already got one of those. This side, just to get it out of the middle. Roll number 46. Oh, we got silver here in roll number 46, dead center. It's been really fooling me lately. We've got all these 1969s with a solid edge. I'm going to again guess it's 90%, but I don't really know. It's been fooling me, this box. Oh, we got another Ben. Making a mess, but we got another Benji, 1963. And that looks like we got another mint mark. It is another Denver mint mark. It's a crazy looking mint mark too. We might have to come down once I get through these coins. This is one I want to show you. This Denver mint mark looks really, really strange. But hey, that is 3 1963s on the box. $95, lots of shiny stuff, just only that one NIFC. And all right, this is going to be roll number 50. Our box is empty. Let's hope for a little last roll silver. That would be awesome. And it doesn't look like we got there. 2001 in there. All right, so let me get through these for varieties and errors. We'll come back with a wrap up. I do want to show you that 1963 mint mark because I don't know if it's PMD or something special. We're going to check that out. We'll do a total value of all of our silver. And if I happen to find any varieties or errors in these, we'll go through those. So be back in just a moment. Well, we are done with the box, and I wanted to go through this second box because it was amazing, and I showed you guys the greater majority of the finds, but I did just want to do a wrap-up for you real quick. But before we get there, I did want to point out 2 or 3 coins. First off, we did find, as I was cleaning up those last 10 rolls, a counterstruck. It's got 49 on it. It's a 1972 Denver. I don't know where this might have come from, but somebody has struck a 4 and a 9 into it, which was kind of interesting. That would definitely be like a miscellaneous. We also found another 2013 NIFC that we'll just put up here with the 2012s because I don't have space to put it on the board here anymore. But those were in the last 10, and I want to say at some point we found another stickered coin. It was just flowered, so I thought I would put it up there with the rest of my stickered coins. I do also want to call out special one of the Benjamin Franklin half dollars. I mentioned it during the clip that we had a funny mint mark on it. I just wanted to show that to you. And I know why it's a funny mint mark. I thought it was going to end up being some sort of doubled mint mark, but really what that is just really, really severe machine doubling. Because if you get up here and look, you'll see that we've got tons and tons and tons of machine doubling on most of the lettering within the upper part of the coin. It's not really prevalent on the lower half of the coin, but obviously these dies slid or something. The planchet slid when they were being struck, something like that. That caused all this massive doubling. It's even down like on the part of the bell there. But so nothing special here, just machine doubling. It's not going to add any value, but I did look that up just so you know. And it's possible, I was actually just watching Halftime's video. He posted his big massive silver score. And if I remember, I'll link it in the upper right-hand corner of the screen here. He was mentioning that if you find 40% silver with this very gold edge, like I found here, that this may actually be from a special mint set. So if you know anything about that, let me know. It does have a tremendous amount of detail, so I wouldn't be surprised if this came from a special mint set. I just don't know because I don't think I've ever found one before. So, and I looked real quick on the web and didn't see anything about a specific edge type for it to be an SMS, but it is definitely silver. So really quickly, getting in here for the wrap up, we did have one proof Benji. We had 3 63s. I think 2 of them were Denver. We had a 65, a 66, a 67. We managed to get 5 68s with potentially that being an SMS, which is pretty cool. 3 69s, and then from here we had a bunch of NIFCs, a 6, a 7, a couple of 12s, a 13, and 18, our 3 stickered coins, and our counterstruck coin. I'm still really interested to know, and I tried going by my coin shop today, but there was a festival going on, so right outside the guy's door in the square that he's at, and just couldn't get parking to get in there today. But I would love a second opinion on this 1972 No FG. Also, mainly for grade, because if this thing is XF40 or higher, this is the kind of thing that I might consider sending in to get graded, and we'll make a video out of it just to do it. I've never actually sent anything to get graded, so this right here may be enough to get me going if you guys think it would grade XF40 or higher. So let me know in the comments down below. Anyway, that is the end of our 2-box hunt. This was absolutely amazing. I apologize for the length of the video, but we had so much to see. It's one of the bigger silver scores I've had in the last several months, so I was excited to show you guys as much as I could of the hunt. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, let me know. Drop on down below, click that like button, and leave me a comment. I'd really, really appreciate it. If you like the longer videos, let me know. If you'd prefer them to be shorter, that's okay too. Let me know that. If you're new to the channel and you like coin roll hunts, especially like this one, I do have a handful of epic silver finds on the channel. I have a playlist for that. If you are new, make sure you click on that subscribe button and then click on that little bell and select all so you get notified each and every time I release a new video. Special shout out to all my channel members. We picked up a couple on my impromptu live stream the other night, so thank you guys so much. I'll make sure you guys are added to the slide. You should see your name up there right now. If you're interested in the memberships, click on the join button down below. You'll learn all about them. And with that, this was a ton of fun. I hope you guys had fun. I hope you're all doing well. And I look forward to seeing you all in the next one.